Alright everyone, welcome back.
Ow. 何が
私たちが何もせずとも私の髪が洗えてシロの体も洗えて
I bet Shiro never expected any of this. That's crazily sports-minded. Or maybe not.
そんな大雑把な
The tightly packed flesh-like hair was stuffing its cheeks with my fingers, licking between them, swallowing them deeply and spitting them out. This is bad. I feel like something forbidden is occurring here. The music box and cylinder exchange roles. The gears keep moving. My entire body is covered in combed teeth with a caress that fully stimulates the tips of my nerves scattered throughout, drawing out immodest sounds from me.
ライダー
The gears keep moving. In this bathroom shrouded in steam, I discover sounds from a place inside me I had never known, and my mind goes blank from the shame and excitement.
ダメ声だけでは足りないもっと顔をよく見せてシロ
Is Ryder also feeling more drunk from improved blood circulation? My eyes narrow comfortably as my head falls against Ryder.
シロそこは私
Oh my god. I reach out my hand to support myself as I start losing consciousness, but my fingers unintentionally arrive at something soft. Reaching out to anything I could, my unstable fingers dig into that soft something.
シロシロ
Is Ryder looking for an anchor to tether her consciousness to as well? She rubs my head, swaying it from side to side. Dyed faintly pink, her white throat bends back defenselessly, exposing the undulation of the skin there as if lusting after even the smallest amount of air. My reasoning blanks out completely. If this continues... Ryder takes over and starts applying the shampoo herself. Lubricated, the snakes now seductively ride with even more sensuality. Although so soft, the pleasure is so intense it feels as though it could tear my entire body apart. All my body senses sharpen to the extent that I even feel her hair rubbing in my inner thigh, despite that I should have no feeling there due to the petrification. I grip my teeth to the point of grinding them down. My mind continues to blank out, I'm still being boiled. My brain feels like it's evaporating, at this rate. Abruptly and shamefully, I lose consciousness. Awakened by the sound of the water, I realized that I had fallen onto the floor. I had been freed from the clutches of her hair at some point without realizing it.
気がつきましたかシロ私の視力は回復しています
そうかじゃあまた石化が進行
いえゴルゴーンはかけたままです視力が落ちたのは一時的なものだったのでしょうシロももうすぐ石化が解けるはずです
Just as Ryder says, I can feel my senses returning around my knees. I still can't move them, but at this rate, I should be able to walk soon.
ああすまない洗ってる途中だったのに
いえこちらも悪ふざけが過ぎましたですがそのシロ
Ryder averts her eyes in embarrassment. I look down, and the lower part of my body, which has returned to normal, is now... Well, energetic. It was gonna happen eventually, especially with Ryder. I quickly cover myself with a nearby pail. But the pail was filled with cold water. The strain of the thermal contraction covered me in fissures all the way to my brain, and everything in front of me turns pure white at the sudden sensation of recovery. I sure have been acting pathetically this whole time.
違う、これは違うんだぞ。
はい。
ここは触られただけでこうなっちゃうもんなんだ。
ええ。
だから決してライダーに反応したわけではなくてだな。
そう体をチロチロ眺められると困ります。
悪い。
い
え。でもライダーは見られても平気って。
いえ、人にしろ英霊にしろ女の肉体にとらわれている以上、やはり生とレンチの業は超えがたい。
は？
シローが優しくしてくれたおかげでそんなことを思い出しました。
それは、どういうこと？
シローのエッチ。
My mouth hangs agape at her unexpected reply.
今日はありがとうございました。またの機会があればぜひ。
After drying her hair, Ryder quickly stands up. She smoothly passes by me with her magnificently balanced limbs swishing back and forth like snakes, while I watch her with dumbstruck eyes. Her long and white hair followed behind her brushed my shoulder in farewell. A few minutes later, I recover completely from the petrification.
変だな。
Maybe because Ryder's hair caressed my entire body, or possibly because of Tosaka shampoo, somehow there's a strange itchy sensation lingering on my body. The mere touch of my shirt on my skin gives me an odd sensation.
あ、先輩、お風呂上がりですか
？Just by lightly grazing my shoulder, it felt like countless ants ran through my body in that spot. I involuntarily squat down and hug my body to restrain the innumerable legs wiggling under my skin.
先輩
Sakura places the palm of her hand on my back, and I feel an electric shock so strong my spine was about to break out into a dance. I instantly swerved my body back like a toy with a spring coil. Technically, Shiro's feeling what Sakura feels too, back in Heaven's Feel whenever he touched her. Sakura slid her finger along the top of my chest. A hysteric scream is squeezed out unconsciously from my throat by the itchiness that was gradually tearing my body in half.
Sakura, 体を触るの待て。肌が超敏感でさ。
それはすみません。
大丈夫。
それどうされたんですか？
新しく買った石鹸が肌に合わなかったみたいかな。
は
あ。もう少し休めば。
先輩。
Uh-oh. Whenever she has that look, man. It's trouble.
先輩。やだ。面白い。
I catch a glimpse of something like a wicked expression on Sakura.
おやすみ、さくら。
先輩。
すっごく刺激欲をそそる匂いがするわ。死ぬ間際のおじいさんが世界を手玉に取るがよいって変な遺産をくれたあの日の夢を思い出させるような。
ピコーンピコーン。レーダーが機能を割くようなシローの悲鳴をキャッチ。 何かしら何かしら。
デコボココンビ。
お、何？白ったら
いいじゃん。やべえ。
なんて声出してるのよシロ。お姉ちゃんはそんな子に育てた覚えはありません。
マジで。
先輩。
さくら、この二人。
ずるい。私も。
ライダー、助けて、ライダー。
知りません。
ライフガードが。
逃がさないわよシロ。発射準備。
あれねタイガー。よーし。
弓道部必殺トペアインツベルン。
やっほー、お兄ちゃん。
After Fujina grabs Ilia's ankle, she spins her around and releases her like a shot from a hammer's throw. That has nothing to do with archery.
白ゲット。ほらほら。
なんでさ。
なんでさ。
マレーシアが。
I don't think I've ever heard Shiro sound so hysterical in my life. Carried away, Ilia mounts me like a horse and tickle, tickle. I can't take any more.
先輩、動かなくなっちゃった。お白よ、実神 KO とは情けない。
Okay. Once again, living room. Okay. Somehow I smell alcohol. Who was that went to the bed? Oh my god. Okay, alcohol for now. After we had all gathered in the living room, a high-spirited Ilia is the last to appear. What could this be about? It looks like she's been taking a few pages out of Fujina's book.
どうしたイリア。
ふふん、いつもシロのお家でご飯を食べていたので、今日はお返しに来ちゃいました。
Saber, our main freeloader, averts her eyes as though something uncomfortable. No, there's no problem, you know? If I concern myself with who was hanging around here all the time, then I'd be the one feeling awkward.
お返しね。イリアが料理してくれるとか？こう見えても卵焼きとか得意なんだからね。
ああ、その辺は確かに。パンはガリガリだけど。
The last time I said that to her, she explained it away, saying, "That's just because I didn't understand how to use your toaster, Shiro." But it's true that everything she's tried making over here so far has come out crispy. Maybe she and our toaster just don't get along.
それでシロへのお返しとは何でしょうか？じゃーん。
With a flourish, Ilia brings out a cut glass bottle. Oh, just from looking at it, I guess that it's pretty expensive. An aura of high quality surrounds it, like that of an EXO or even a Visa. If I remember correctly, EXO is a what again? A kind of Chinese seasoning?
私にはお酒に見えるのですが。そうね、ウイスキーかブランデーか。それにしては色が薄いわね。アインツベルン特製の冷薬よ。とっても美味しいの。
Spirits definitely means alcoholic. She looks coyly at me, as though waiting to hear my impression of her gift. The container its in alone is so elegant looking that I feel awkward just holding it.
特製ってあんたのところの自家製？遠坂の屋敷じゃ作れないわよね。前にもシロには話したよね。私のお城に蒸留所があるって。
I do remember hearing about that. At the mention of the castle's distillery, Saber vigorously nods her head.
そうですね。城に醸造所や蒸留所は欠かせません。私の城には地下に保管所がありました。もっとも伝え聞くガリアのワイナリーには及びませんが。じゃあアインツベルンの城で作ってるお酒を今日は持ってきたってこと？
As I continue hesitating, Tosaka takes the bottle in her own hands with nary a care and examines it. The way she handles what looks like a priceless antique, as though it were an ordinary object. Wow.
お酒じゃなくて冷薬。一口飲めば魔力はぐんと回復するし、体力だってそう。本当はお兄ちゃんにあげたかったけど、今日は太っ腹にリンが飲むことを許してあげるんだから。私もよろしいのでしょうか、イリアスフィール。
Saber makes her request in a reserved tone. Even Saber, who would normally at least inquire as to the reason for such a display of charity from Ilya, seems to be greatly interested. Perhaps she's intrigued by the prospect of tasting an unknown drink?
なんか気に入らないわね。でもこれはありがたくいただきましょう、シロ。
グラス持ってくる。セイバーもだろ？
はい、お願いします。
It's a shame that we don't have a set refined enough to complement that bottle.
よくわからないから一通り用意してきた。
Tosaka nods as I set the tray down the table. Everyone's getting really fired up to drink this stuff, aren't they?
気が利くわね。ま、私はそのままいただくけど。強いのですね、リンは。イリアスフィール、サーバントが摂取しても問題はありませんか？どうかな。変な効果が出たりはしないと思う。
As they discuss it, Tosaka uncorks the bottle with a pop. The moment she does, a strong alcohol smell fills the air.
おいおい、大丈夫か
In only a few seconds, that sweet aroma has already blanketed the room, making me groan involuntarily. With a smell this strong, the contents must be pretty potent stuff. Bring a lighter close to the bottle, and it'll catch fire in an instant.
うわー、これは飲み応えがありそうね。ほう、しつけのように強い香りがします。私は薄めてもらえますか？
わかった。はい、
お兄ちゃん。
I timidly accept the bottle she hands me, and pour it onto the proffered glass of ice. Maybe it's just my imagination, but this feels less like pouring a drink than it does mixing experimental chemicals into a beaker. Just pouring it in is enough to make me feel dizzy.
エミヤ君は匂いだけでダウンしそうね。これはシローには厳しいと思います。無理はしないことが寛容かと。リンは氷を入れて、セイバーは水で薄めてね。
I wonder why Ilya looks so used to doing this as she stirs Saber's drink with a practiced hand before passing it to her. Still, it definitely looks like she's agitating the contents of a beaker in my eyes. I wonder if it's because of the smell, but I'm getting a bad feeling about this. Yeah, apparently Ilya was taught to be a bartender.
シロはどうする？
せっかくのイリアの差し入れだから舐めるくらいには。
そうね。はい、お兄ちゃん。
I pour just a little bit into the glass she holds out. Ilya is holding a glass of her own, but hers only has water in it. Well, letting children drink isn't something I can condone.
それじゃ、乾杯！
We clink our glasses together before lifting them to our mouths. I'm more than a little hesitant. I get a premonition of a shock similar to when Fujine tricked me into drinking vodka for the first time as a prank. On the other hand, the drink is likely to evaporate if I just keep pondering about this. Alright, if Tosaka and Saber can both manage it, then it should be no problem for it.
こ これはきついぞイリア。
Ilya inclines her head a little as though to say, "Is that so?" But as for our two drinking companions,
変わった味だけどいけるじゃない。そうですね。確かに思いつくどんな霊薬とも似ていませんが、特殊な製法によるのでしょうか。原料が気になるわよね。
the two of them are both playing wine critics while they drink. Regular drinkers are really in a different class, I think. And I'm finding myself unable to match the pace of the refills. My tongue still stings. I wonder if I could get away with taking some of the water on the table and using it to rinse out my... A highly unusual utterance suddenly escapes either Saber's or Tosaka's lips. As I look up wondering what it was, I'm met with two pairs of eyes staring heatedly at me from across their empty glasses.
シロー、にゃーにグラスを空にしてるんだにゃー。
And just like that, she's drunk already. Uh-oh. Oh, is Tosaka drunk? And on top of that, Saber's gone completely silent and her face is bright red. Even I underestimated the true power of this alcohol.
にゃーって、それは猫のつもり？リン。にゃー、そんなにゃーに言ってるのイリニャスウィール。私がにゃーなんて言ってにゃいだにゃー。
She said nya. She most definitely said nya. Her A's are changing into nyas. And besides, Ilia's VL sounds pretty original too. Though in contrast to my praise, Ilya, whose hatred of cats is notorious, is looking at Tosaka rather dubiously right now.
すごいにゃー。にゃにかすごく気持ちよくにゃってきちゃって。それにゃのにしろったら飲んでにゃいにゃー。
This is weird. This Tosaka before us is definitely getting weird. Could it be that she's trying her best to act sober, but the influence of the alcohol on her is like a strange filter on everything she says, and her behavior now is the result? And then there's Saber, who hasn't said a thing throughout the whole conversation.
おいイリア、大丈夫なのかこの霊薬。
あれ、おかしいわね。もしかして。
Looking perplexed, she removes the cork from the bottle and takes a sniff.
おい、どうしたイリア。
もうダメじゃないリズったら。こんな容器に実験資料入れたら私だって間違うわ。
Teehee, Ilya giggles as she lightly raps herself on the head. So the target of any complaint should be the currently absent Liz, but...
セラの目を盗んで持ってきたらまさかこんなことになるとはね。
今実験資料って言わなかったか。
ちょっと面白いことになるけど基本的に無害だから、それならリンの反応も納得だわ。にゃーに一人で分かってるのにゃー、イリニャスフィール説明しにゃさいにゃー。
So this is the effect of that particular experiment, huh? That's right. It could definitely be some drug that can alter people's senses and speech patterns, couldn't it?
一種の幻覚作用があるの。感覚の一部を脅威や催眠状態にしやすくする。リンは猫好きだからその辺が覚醒したのでしょうね。にゃですって。だからにゃーにゃー言わないでよリン。私が嫌いなの分かってやってるでしょあなた。
Tosaka drunkenly plasters herself all over a thoroughly disgusted Ilya. Am I ever glad I followed my intuition and didn't have any? No doubt about it. Gulp down something as strong smelling as that and something's bound to react. Huh.
にゃこうにゃったらイリニャスフィールににゃにゃにゃにゃにゃ。助けてシロ。
まず瓶の中身を確かめてみなかったのか。
Try asking Ilya as I push her behind my back for protection. The Tosaka before me with her fangs bared hissing, resembling nothing more than a cat defending its territory.
確かめたわよ。念のために大河に飲ませてみて。
ああ、で虎になって。
いつも もと変わらなかったから、これなら安全だと思ったんだけど。
Well, even regular beer is enough to turn Fujin into a tiger. It's about what you expect from her to not be affected by Ilya's drug, or for the effect to be no different from her usual behavior. Hold on a second, didn't Saber drink it too?
セイバー大丈夫か？
Saber has kept her head down and not said a word for a whole time. I do hope she didn't have a bad reaction to it.
大丈夫だ。ガオ。
Oh, she's a lion. Okay. I see Saber would be a lion. I figured she might be a dog or something, but when you remember how much she likes that stuffed lion.
ガフガフ。シロ、あなたも飲むんだガオ。そうよそうよ。私たちの面白いところばっかり見て、自分がやらにゃいなんて許されないにゃ。
ならまずイリアが先だろ。キツネか何かになるんだよきっと。
As the two beasts close in on me, I take aim at Ilya. But the little white devil just sticks her tongue out and laughs.
子供にはまだ早いんだもんね、お兄ちゃん。
しらばっくれるな。というか遠坂もセイバーも落ち着け。俺がたとえワンワン言っても面白くない。
That's a terrifying scene right here. Okay. I guess we're doing bathroom adventures now. Who was that went to the bath?
イリア、何かいるか？
お茶もまだあるからいい。
The two of us are watching TV. Everyone else took quick baths tonight and went off on their respective rooms. As night fell, the only ones in the living room were myself and Ilya, who's now watching a boring-looking news program.
イリア、面白いか？
あんまり。でもちゃんと市場に詳しくなっておかないといけないじゃない。
芸能関係とかな。別に誰が結婚して誰が離婚してなんてどうでもいいって言えば。
シロ、お風呂上がりましたが。
Saber comes in fresh from the bath. Oh yeah, Saber went last before, so that means I'm last today.
いい湯だったか、セイバー。
はい。
As we look on, Saber skillfully ties back her loose hair into an everyday hairstyle. I was thinking that she looks almost childlike with her hair down when.
じゃあ一緒に入りましょう、シロ。
ああ、ね。
はい。
I was just about to stand up when she said that, but now I'm frozen in place. Did Ilya just say we should get in together?
何を言うのですか、イリアスフィル。
だからシロと一緒にお風呂に入りましょうって。そうね、目的語がなかったから聞き間違えるかもしれないわね。
待ってくれ、何事だそれ。
What kind of joke is this? Ilya needs to explain herself. Because getting into the bath with her sounds like it would be incredibly dangerous.
ダメです。何を考えているのですか、イリアスフィール。
Saber flew into a rage even before me.
セイバーったら不安なんだ。
何を言いたいのですか。
お兄ちゃんが私に変なことしちゃうんじゃないのかなって不安なんでしょ。私はお兄ちゃんのこと信頼しているから平気だもんね。
Ilya's smile looks completely devoid of malice, but she's probably mocking Saber.
いえ、シロはそのような人ではない。彼があらぬ情欲に身を誤ることはありません。
そうだよね。セイバーとシローは一緒にお風呂に入っても何にもなかったんだから。
What? How does Ilya know about something like that?
あれは事故です。そうでしょシロ。
事故だ。偶発的なトラブルは総じて事故と呼ぶべきだ。